There are so many reasons why you might hate your therapist. Maybe they said something that offended you, they fell asleep during your session, or you just don't like their vibe. You may have put so much time and effort into researching and finding the perfect therapist only to meet with them and realizing you absolutely hate them. Working with KMA Therapy, we see so many people come in discouraged because they just really didn't like their last therapist. And don't worry, that is totally normal. But here at KMA Therapy, our job is to have your back and make sure you find the right fit for you. So here are the 5 most common reasons why people don't like their therapists and what to do when you know it's just time to walk away. Number 1, personality differences. This might sound so superficial, but it is a completely valid reason. The number 1 predictor of therapeutic progress is actually how much you like your therapist. For example, you might be the kind of person who loves to laugh and swear and tell funny stories, but if your therapist is uptight, it is not going to be a good match. 2, no rapport. A therapist could be the perfect match for you on paper, but the energy just completely falls flat in person. No one can predict when this is going to happen, and it can make you totally dread going to therapy. It's normal for therapy to be hard, but you shouldn't be dreading going every week. Number 3, they listen to you, but they don't really add any value to your sessions. We find that so many people want to receive feedback and challenges from their therapist based off all the time they've spent during the assessment phase in therapy. Therapy is supposed to be challenging. If your therapist is just passively listening, you're not getting any return on the investment of your time and your energy. The difference between a therapist and a friend is that a therapist has skills, experience, and expertise. A therapist who is only listening is not using their therapeutic skills and interventions, and long-term, most people will not benefit from that approach. Number 4 is you feel judged by your therapist. Nobody wants to feel judged, and let's be real, during therapy, we're opening up about our deepest and darkest secrets. Feeling judged can literally halt any progress you're making in therapy and just make you feel ashamed. And that is not why you came to therapy. Number 5, your therapist did something unethical. Now, no therapist should be doing anything unethical, but we've all heard those horror stories of a therapist answering a phone call during the session. The consequences of your therapist doing anything unethical are huge. If your therapist takes a phone call, falls asleep during your session, or breaks your confidentiality in any way, that's just such a bad indication, and it can make it impossible to trust them. So if you've experienced any of these 5 things and you've decided it's time to move on, what do? You might decide to leave them a note with the reasons why you're leaving, but it's also okay to just ghost them. Now, if you're at a large practice with a lot of therapists, you can always ask to speak to the clinical director and see if there's another therapist there that would be a better match for you. Some practices will offer a free session to match you with another therapist, and some practices don't. Either way, changing therapists is completely normal, and many people do this several times over the course of their lifetime. Remember, just because that therapist isn't for you, it doesn't mean therapy isn't for you. Here at KMA, even we don't get it right all of the time, but if we don't, we will not leave you hanging. If you don't like your therapist at any point in your therapy journey, we offer you a free matchmaking session to pair you with the right therapist and a free session with the therapist you were matched with. Our top priority is making sure you are cared for and that you get the help you deserve. If you're interested in having an introductory session here at KMA and starting your therapy journey with us, just click on the introductory form button below. Or you can book online using our online scheduler right here. Thanks for watching!